Okay. I'm opening the console. Yesterday we have seen about the application model and deployment of it, and how to create a device collection, and what are the logs we need to check for the application. Okay. So in the software library, we'll create applications and packages. Okay. There are two types. In application model, basically we use detection method. We use detection method, and we'll give some registries or files or Windows installer. If it is an MSI, we'll give the Windows installer product code here. So by three ways we can set the detection method, and as we are using the detection method, this comes under the application model. And the one more model is packaging model. Okay. So here this doesn't have any detection method. Okay. Mostly we use packaging method for uninstall. Usually in organizations we use for uninstall only, mostly because if it is an install, right, to validate we need a detection method. So as through package model we don't have any detection method. Even if the application is installed or failed, or it is not installed also, we don't have a accurate information because the detection method is not included. So it won't check the detection method, and it will just do its job. The package whatever we created, that will execute it and it will end. Okay. So in package model, it is not preferred to go for applications where a detection method is required. So this is the packaging model, and here there are packages. Okay. Under this tab we can create a package. Okay. So next, usually we'll create a package like this. Okay. We'll give a command. Okay. So let me show you the ways. If it is for uninstall using a GUID, means let's take our familiar application only. Okay, you have a PowerShell application and your requirement is only uninstall. Okay, only uninstall. You have to uninstall PowerShell from some set of machines. Then what you will do, you have the PowerShell application binary, which is an MSI. So you will just right click it, edit with Orca, and you will go to the properties, and here you will have a property called product code. Okay, so product code, you should copy this product code. Okay, this code, I'm just typing Ctrl+C on my keyboard. Okay, or you can copy this, and you have to come here, and in the command line, what is the command for uninstallation for an MSI? For installation it is MSI execc/I. Okay, for uninstallation it is X. So now I am giving the GUID which I have copied. This is the GUID I have copied. Okay, this is the GUID or the product code of the application which I want to uninstall. I have copied it, and I came here. I am doing like MSI execc/X, the GUID which I copied, /qn reboot is equal to really suppress. I'll show you what command I used. I am using the command, this one, MSI execc/X GUID qn. This is to uninstall PowerShell. So what I did, I created an application, gave a name to that package. Okay, and then for that I have given the uninstallation string. This is the uninstallation string here, and then I am making this program to run whether or not user is logged on. Okay, and I am keeping it in a normal mode. Okay, so next I am clicking on next. Next, all are default options only. In the summary tab, please check whether your options are correct or not. Mostly the command line, and then run with administrator rights, and whether or not a user is logged on. Okay. And also this is the time we discussed about this time last time. Okay. If you want to increase the installation time, and if you want to set this time also, you can set. Click on next. Okay. Now we have created a package with a program. Okay, this is a program. Earlier in applications, what we will call this? In applications, when we create a package application, we'll call these ones as deployment types. Okay, deployment types we call. In packages, we call it as a program. Once I create a package and I selected a standard package, if you observe, right, while creating a package, here it asks me for a program type. Just like deployment type, it is asking me for program type, standard program for a device, do not create a program, like that. So always mostly we go for a standard program only. Okay, this is for client computer, not any computer. If you are doing for a particular device, you need to go for a program for a device. Okay, and do not create a program. Do not create a program. You can use the create program wizard. This will be a different scenario. Different wizard will come. Different windows will come. Okay. Mostly we'll go with these two only. And standard is the most preferred one. Okay. For any kind of computer, we'll use a standard program. Click next. And give the name and the command line. Okay. So here I want to tell you about the program type. Since we selected this program type and given the necessary inputs here, this program has been created here. Okay. So you have created a program now. You have created a package with a program for uninstallation. So if you want to deploy this to your machine to uninstall PowerShell, you can just right click the package, deploy. This right, collection. You need to browse the collection for which you want to proceed with the uninstallation. So I want to uninstall in this collection. So I have selected my appropriate collection and clicked on next. Okay. In this case, no need to distribute. Okay. Earlier we used to distribute content and all, right. Earlier we distributed content. This should be green, we told in application. Here in this scenario, particularly in this scenario, the uninstallation command is straightforward, this one. This doesn't require any files like this or this or this. Okay. In the background, this command doesn't require any binaries for support. If I am giving here that PowerShell.msi, right, instead of GUID, if I am giving that msi exe /x PowerShell.msi, then I need this PowerShell.msi to be present here in my binary. Okay. But if I am giving a GUID like this is not any kind of file. This is a product code. So you don't need any folder structure being created under packages. Usually we create packages here. So you don't need to create a package, put that file or put that MSI here. You can straightforward run this file. Now also you can directly copy this and go to user machine and straightforward run this. No need of providing any binaries. Supporting binaries are not needed. Whenever the binaries are not needed to uninstall, you won't distribute the package. See, there is an option, you don't have a distribute option here. Distribute content is disabled. Means you no need for the package to be stored somewhere in the SCCM servers. This point you got or any confusion? Earlier for applications, while creating applications, see if Microsoft PowerShell, these are the binaries. We want these binaries to be copied to the user machine for installation, right? Yesterday I showed you, right, where it will get downloaded. In the CCM cache, it will create a folder and copy the corresponding file. So if I am making a package of PowerShell, it will create some folder structure in CCM cache. When we click on install, it will download. When in the software center, when we click on install, it will download. In the downloading phase, it will create a folder under CCM cache here, and in that folder it will copy the same files which we have placed in our share path. Okay, so to make a copy of this on the user machine for installation, we have distributed the package. We have distributed the package earlier. See, this is green. Why this is green? Because we have clicked on distribute content, and we have selected few distribution points here. We have selected some Hyderabad, Chennai. Okay. So this is for Mumbai. So we have selected different regions which are required and clicked on OK, and then next and default. So what happened is, in that case, this got loaded like this. What is this loading of yellow part means? Means this is copying the copy of this content to the particular servers of Chennai. Means just remember that SCCM is taking a backup, okay, and putting in some location. Why it is putting in some location means, if you are installing from Hyderabad, so you will access the SCCM Hyderabad server. So you can download easily. If you are accessing some US server, right, the bandwidth will be more. Okay, so that will take lot of time, that will consume lot of your internet and all. So lot of things, network and bandwidth are the major concerns. So we will prefer to have the regions in our organization. Whatever regions we have, Hyderabad, Chennai, Pune, Mumbai, Sri Lanka, US, UK. So we have different kind of servers provided, and all the servers will have this data. Okay, if I am deploying to Hyderabad region, the Hyderabad servers will have this package copy, backup. Okay, and from that backup, when I am installing through software center, these files will come. So the point is, like in an application model, and also where the files are needed, there we are distributing content. While distributing content, the content is being distributed to the respective regions, and then while installing, the files which are necessary are being downloaded in the user machine, and then we are installing. Okay, but in this case which I am showing you right now, this is just a command. Okay, this doesn't require any of these files to be present. See, for PowerShell here in deployment type, here I have given in program like install.bat. For installation, please run the install.bat. Then in this case, the install.bat should present. The install.bat should present in the user machine. It should get downloaded. Then only it can run the install.bat file or uninstall.bat file. But here in our command, we don't need any kind of file. This is a unique file which does not require any kind of binaries. This point is clear? Guys,
clear MSI only MSI setup file only we can.
Yeah, for running only MSIs, we'll use MSI EXEC.
Because EXE, what command need to mention? Yeah.
MSI EXEC.
Yeah. EXE
there
also.
is an EXE called MSI EXEC.exe. Okay, that will be present in the system only. So to call that, we'll shortcut. This is a shortcut. Okay, you can also directly browse the MSI also. This is a command, standard command to run this.
For all MSI EXE, we can use MSI.
Yeah, for all MSIs, you can use this. You can just directly give
EXE. Both we can use MSI EXE. This command.
For all MSIs, you can use Prince. For both means install and uninstall.
EXE.
EXE you can't use. No. This is only for MSIs. .MSIs. For EXEs, you can directly install by giving the EXE name. Okay. Think that git.exe. In that case, you can give directly the command line like this. Okay.
Okay. This is an uninstall command, right?
This is the uninstall command. See, this is an exe here. Okay, this is the binary, and I am running that exe by using this command. This command is like it. This means please take this exe from the current folder. Means from wherever this file is running, the bat file is running. Check for the exe in that folder only. That's what it meant. This symbol. Okay. So this exe will be taken from the same location where install.bat is running, and then we are giving the silent commands. Okay, for exe the silent commands might vary from package to package. For some it can be slashes, for some it can be /quiet, okay, /silent, or some will be like a mode unattended. So for exes the commands might differ. Okay, you can
uninstall string showing like C program file.
This is for this application. Yeah, this application, it depends upon this exe. So this exe should be present under this path. Okay, once this installation is completed, this installation directory is formed for the previous application, previous version. Okay, this installation directory and this file should be present, then only this command will run successfully. But in this case, for an MSI, I am showing you the uninstallation part. So in this case, you don't need any file, right? There is no file mentioned in this command. You're getting this point. Here in the Erlang OTP, uninstallation.exe should be present. Then only the uninstallation will happen. But here there is no physical file is not there. Only the GUID is there. Okay. Physical files are not needed for this kind of commands. So for this, I have created a package and I have created a program and I have given this GUID as a uninstall string. So if I want a machine to uninstall PowerShell, I'll just directly deploy to that machine. I won't distribute, means I won't save this data or files. Any physical files are not there here. When there are no physical files, necessity, okay, physical files, then no need to distribute package. Even if you distribute also, nothing will happen, but there is no need to distribute. Even if you distribute also, what it will distribute, what it will copy. Distribute is nothing but saving a copy. What it will copy, because there are no files, saving copy of files or binaries. Okay. So if your package doesn't have any kind of files, for uninstallation it is not required, then there is no need to distribute. Now you have created a package, and to send it to a machine, you will deploy and select a particular collection for which you want to send the uninstallation. You want the uninstallation to happen on this collection machines. So I have selected the collection. Click next. Here you should mention available or required. See, one more point is there. If you are sending it in a required mode, select this internet option for work from home users, and then here in the scheduling, always try to go for as soon as possible. As soon as possible means the application software will install as soon as possible. Otherwise, if you want to schedule in a different time, if you want this application to run at 10 o'clock, okay, 10:43 a.m. if you want to start, okay, means the application will be available in software center only from 10:43 a.m. UTC. Okay, UTC if you are selecting, that will be UTC. Otherwise, this will be 10:43 IST. This time will be checked with your system time. Okay, and when it is 10:43, the software center will get the software. If you don't want to set the time, you want the application to be available instantly to the user, then you should go for new, select as soon as possible. If you want to schedule on some other time, see, if you want this application to run monthly, weekly, custom level, or some for every 2 days, for every 1 day, for every 7 days, then you can use this above option, assign to the following schedule. This schedule will start from this date. Means whatever you are selecting here, that will reflect starting from this date. If I am selecting to start it from December 30th, okay, so whatever I am doing here, that will start working from December 30th. Okay, from December 30th, this application should run itself a month, weekly. Okay, every week on Saturday. Okay, every week on Saturday. So this is my condition. So whatever condition I will keep, that will come here. Okay. So it is always preferred to have as soon as possible only. If it is any kind of requirement to schedule, then only you can schedule. Everything is default only. Okay, this application should reach the machine which we have deployed to. We have sent it to this collection.
And you have only one line of command. It is easily write that.
Yeah, we can write easily. If you want to write multiple commands, you can use a script. I'll show you meanwhile. One second. Let me run the policies and then I'll show. For package also, we can run the same policies. Okay. The two policies I explained you earlier. Okay.
Here,
and
here we are not using the PowerShell script, right? EXE and
we are not using PowerShell for this. We
what
use
about your organization total package.
Right now it is not much of a package. Actually, we deal with troubleshooting also much in a case. So we have only some standard packages using bash script. PowerShell is also there, but that is minimal. Okay, I can also show you. That is very much minimal. And even I am telling you, like, I am into this technology for almost 14.5 years, and the scripting is mostly in 1 or 2 projects only you will get a critical scripting. There also they will ask you to edit what is existing. Mostly they won't ask you to create your own script, come up with this and that, they won't ask. And now ChatGPT came, some AI tools came, so our job is very much less actually. Okay. So, but you should have the knowledge of scripting, like what is it, how you are using it. So anyway, I'll show you an example now. You asked for a multiple in uninstall, right?
Yes. And what about your deployment script? All is there right now.
Deployment script is not there. No.
Only, yes, you have only install bat only, the install bat only, right?
We have install bat. We are also, yeah. Tell me. Continue.
You have script all in install bat only, right?
PowerShell also we have. I'll show you. For minimal only we have. That is the concern actually. We are most bothered about keeping our systems up to date and clean up activities. So we have scripts with bash script only because that is very easy to use. See, this is a script for, this is a simple script. Nothing is there in this script. If you say this is a normal LKG kind of script. Okay, in this script what I am doing, I am uninstalling this many GUIDs. Some 8 GUIDs means I am uninstalling 8 kind of Chrome application versions. Means some machines have Chrome previous versions in it. Okay, I have to uninstall Chrome from those machines. So simply instead of going to one by one machine, I have placed all the GUIDs in one place and I am just saving it as a bash script and I am running that bash script for the user. How I am running? Same way, just I showed you. Here same way I have created the package which I showed you just now. Instead of giving the command line, I have given the bash script here. See, instead of giving the command line, what I have given the command line previously, I have given this for our current package. But for this package, I have browsed that particular file. Chrome uninstall lbg.bat is the file. I have browsed it. So it came. Okay. And also apart from that, I kept this file. This is a physical file, right? This GUID is not physical file. This is just a number kind of thing. This is a physical file. So in the physical file case, I will come to the same package I have created, right click properties, go to data source. Here I will give the source files. Means I will ask them to take that particular bat file which is having the uninstallation command to be taken from that location. If you see, this is the same location I have given. This is the location I have given there. How I set it? Just click on set. It will go drive you to this path. This is the path where you should give browse, and you just select this location and select folder. See, I'll remove and show you. Browse, you go to the location, select folder, then it will select till the uninstaller folder. So I am telling here, like, please take that particular bat file which I have given in the command line from this path and run it. Okay, so in this case there is a physical file which is needed, which needs to be saved as a backup and then sent to the user machine. This file will be copied to the user machine, and then this file starts running on user machine if we send them. So for that, what I have to do, I have given that folder structure, right? After that, I have right clicked and clicked on distribute content. After giving this source path, I have gone to this and distribute content. I clicked on distribute content and selected whatever regions I want this package to be available for. Then this has turned into yellow, and then it has slowly turned into green because the content has been taken back up in the respective location servers. Okay, you guys are clear now what is a physical file and what is not a physical file, when we need to distribute, when we don't need to distribute. Okay, so let's see whether we got the package or not. Whenever we are running this, right, and I also tell you about the log meanwhile. And yesterday I told you about some logs for application model. Those are app enforce log, app discovery, app intentival, and cas.log. Similarly, for this package, directly you can go and see the execc manager.log. This is for packages which we are deploying. We can open it with Notepad or we can open it with CM Trace. Yesterday I told you this. Okay, so, and also every package will have a package ID. If you see, this is a package we have created and this has a package ID. Okay, similarly, when you're creating the programs and deployments, for deployment, I'm just copying this deployment. Okay, right, just Control C and copying this deployment and pasting it here. If you see here, you can see two kind of IDs. These are our IDs. Okay, these IDs are assignment ID, collection ID, and deployment ID. Okay, collection ID and deployment ID. So while checking the log, we can check with that particular IDs also. Okay, 3E1, what is the package ID? See, this is the package ID, right? I am going to the log. This is the log. exe manager is related to only packages. Okay, package model, whatever you do, you will have that. So I am checking for the GUID of my package or the package ID. So what happened? I see that my package has reached. Is inclined 1605. Right? Okay, and my machine doesn't have a version. Oh, we deployed in a requirement mode. Okay, actually I think it got uninstalled or meanwhile let's redistribute. I'm just deploying again, deleting the collection and deploying again. This doesn't require that. Usually you will get 1605 error when the particular action which you are running is not appropriate. Like if the software is not present, you are trying to uninstall the PowerShell from this machine, but the PowerShell itself is not present on that machine. Okay, you are trying to uninstall PowerShell from this machine, but the machine doesn't have PowerShell from starting only. Okay, when you are starting to install, right, trying to install, your machine itself doesn't contain PowerShell, but you are trying to uninstall something that is not existing on the machine. Then obviously you will get 1605 error, which means the program which you are trying to run is not the correct one and the installer is not present on the system. Okay. Okay, see, this is downloading. This is an application. Okay, I'm just reinstalling the PowerShell because that got uninstalled. So if you monitor the app and force alone is also fine. Okay, app and force. You can see here what is happening. Actually, Google Chrome, PowerShell. See, now the PowerShell got reached the machine at 30th November 9:58 just now. Okay. So in this log you can see what is happening, from which directory it is installing. Okay. PowerShell is installing from this directory. It got downloaded under C Windows CCM Cache EB and it is installing from there with this using this command line. Okay. And then it will show the timeout, and also it will show the exit code. Okay, exit code 0 means success. Okay, exit 0 to a success entry in exit code tables. After that, at the ending you will get app enforcement completed. In how much time it took, it will show that time. Okay, so you can see the mainly the folder where it got downloaded. That will be useful for you to troubleshoot. If there is any error in your package only, you can go to this path, manually edit it and then test it, or you can test it in your test machine. And these commands also you can see what you have given, is it appropriate or not, and is it installing to system or user. Okay, so like that you can see. And then okay, PowerShell, right, we have installed the PowerShell. Let's see. Okay, the PowerShell got installed. Okay, the status changed to install and uninstall. This is an application which we have installed here. Now we have sent the uninstallation also to this. Okay, the package reached the system. This is the package we have created, test package. Okay, stop this now. If you see, there is a new tag also here. We are seeing under applications. This is a package. Okay, applications and packages both reach these applications only. It is showing failed. Why? I will try to install it again. I am just cross checking whether PowerShell is present or not. PowerShell is present on my system. Click on retry. It shows installing. Here this is just running the GUID which we have given it. GUID is nothing but the product code. See, it says successfully installed. Let's come here and refresh. Now the PowerShell has gone. Okay, so the simple uninstallation has happened. On user's machine also this will happen the same way. Here I clicked on install and it has uninstalled it. But if you give a required mode here, it will automatically uninstall. Okay, when we are deploying, if you select required, it will automatically uninstall for the user. This is the package model, and I'll show you different models which I have created. One I showed you, right, the Chrome one. This Chrome one is having a bad file. This bad file is this one which is having a multiple uninstall commands. The command will run one after the other. Okay. And PowerShell you asked, right? Fine. Inko 10 minutes something. PowerShell. Wait.
Flags కావాలి.
Daddy not going.
This was this student.
Okay. This is one more PowerShell script where they are taking that they're setting a variable, means they're giving one name, and in this name they're trying to get if the application is present on the system. If there is some object in the control panel called Google Chrome, okay, if there is any Google Chrome, then the Chrome will have that product is there or not. This variable will have the output of this command. Okay, the output of this command will be what? If Google Chrome is present, it says that the product is present. Okay, so for each means for every time it is checking whether the $product, the product in Chrome, if the Chrome is containing the Google Chrome, if the machine is having Google Chrome, so it should uninstall that particular product. What is the product here? Uninstall. Okay, product is Chrome and it is asking to uninstall, and after uninstallation this particular line will uninstall Chrome, and it will, after the uninstallation is completed, this will exit the loop and it will give the output. Okay, mainly in PowerShell also we need to see the variables only. Variables are the main points which we use, and I'll show you one more simple one, some applications. This is a very simple PowerShell script where we need to copy this particular file to C Intel folder. Okay, this is our package where they have given one file and they're asking us to copy that file. Okay, I'll show you the MSI.exe also, don't worry. So first we are creating a log. Okay, we are creating a log so that the installation data, whatever is happening here, will be stored in this log. Okay, so this is a declaration, like they're setting like one name. Log is one variable, and in this variable they are putting this particular log. Okay, so whenever I use this variable log, it means that I am using this whole path. Okay, see, so somebody's name is a big name. Okay, 4-5 names are there, Santosh Ramakrishna, something like that. But if he has a nickname, okay, something like Santu, so what does it mean? Santu also means that is Santosh Ramakrishnan, right? So the whole name, instead of this whole path, we are asking the variable log to remember this whole path. Okay, whenever I use this $log, this means that I am using the whole path only. But instead of using this whole path, typing it, I am using his nickname. Okay, that is $log. So in this here, what we are doing, we have set a log, and after that we are removing an item. Why? Because we are removing the earlier version application related entries. Here we are removing an item with path, and what is the path we are removing? We are removing this path, means we are not removing C Intel, we are removing this last folder. Under C Intel, remove this particular folder forcefully and silently, and also continue after the execution of this line. If you see, this is a remove item. The name itself says remove something. What does it remove? It should remove a folder from this path in a forceful manner and in a silent way. And also it should continue after the execution of this line. Okay, and after this line execution is completed, it will sleep. What does sleep means? Sleep means it will wait, just like in a bash script I showed you, right? Timeout. Timeout is a command to wait. Okay, just like we use the command timeout in a bash script, we use the start sleep command in PowerShell script. This will wait for 20 seconds and then go to the next line. Here what you are doing? You are creating a new item. What you are creating? You are creating a new folder, which name is this one. Obviously you will know this is a folder or file because of the extension. If there is any such kind of extension like if there is any kind of extension like text.dll, obviously you will know, right? So we are not copying a file, not creating a file. We are creating a folder with this name, and where we are creating? We are creating in a path of C Intel. Okay, and the item type is directory. Directory is nothing but a folder. We are telling that this is a directory, this is a folder, and also we are forcing it to execute. And once the folder is created, we are placing that information. Folder is created in a log. We are asking the data to be stored in this log once it is created. Okay, and also next what we are doing after creating the folder, new item, copy item. Okay, yeah. After creating a folder, this copy item we are using. Okay, what should we copy? We should copy everything. Star means everything. What is this everything? Everything which is in your folder. Okay, so you should copy everything which is in your folder to a destination. To where? What is your destination? You should copy it to this new folder created. Means you have to take this all data and you have to create a new folder where which they have told. What is the folder they have created? This one, right? Means the script should do what? It should go to C Intel and create a folder, and in this folder the script should place all the files which are there in the package. This should be done by this script. Okay, the copy all the items present in our package location to C Intel, this one, which is this one. And after copying, please wait for 60 seconds, 1 minute, because the copying should perform perfectly. Okay, so for copying we are giving some time so that it won't end up with like if the copying is in progress, right? If we are going to the next step, then the copying might get disturbed. That's why we are giving some time to copy, 1 minute. And after copying, we are removing the copy.ps1 and remove.ps1 in a forceful manner. Why? Because our aim of the package, our requirement is to copy only this file to this folder. What is your job? Your packaging job is just copy the .jar file to C Intel and this folder structure. But what you have done? You have copied 2 more files in addition. So now you are telling the script to remove the item. What it should remove? Copy.ps1 means come here, remove this one, delete, and come here, remove this one. These 2 commands are doing that. Remove item, remove item. Okay. So this is the package we have created. This is a simple package we have created. In every PowerShell script, if you observe, right, there will be some small commands which are very much readable and user friendly, and also there is no such information that will be hidden. You can just Google it. If you are not getting what it is, remove item, you can just go to the your browser and type it, then you will get the information. Okay, just by reading few lines you will get to know what it is. Remove item. The remove item CMD deletes 1 or more items. Because it supports by many providers, it can delete many different type of items like files, folders, registries, functions, etc. Okay, delete files that have any extension. It is also giving you examples. See, it is giving you examples to delete the example. Delete the file. Okay, you have to delete files which are under C test. You want to delete everything under C test folder. Then you have this. Okay, if you want to delete a folder, delete document files in a folder. If you want to delete only .doc folders in a particular folder, then you can remove it. If you want to delete the hidden folders, then you have this item. Delete hidden and read only files. The command delete a file that are both hidden and read only. Okay, there are some examples here, and also in internet there are several forums. If you type your thing only, they will give you some forum level discussions also. Yesterday also I told you. Okay, so you can go through like this. Don't think we are not telling you about the vast scripts and all, because every script has a basic. Just like when we know ABCD and all, we start writing our own words and the spelling. Similarly only, PowerShell is very much user friendly other than bad script also. Okay, so this is remove item, copy item, start sleep, remove item, like that. In PowerShell there will be something like set execution policy. That is the thing you should identify. See, whenever you run something on a PowerShell, right, sometimes it won't run actually. If you're running this script on a PowerShell, for the first time it won't run. Okay. For the first time it won't run. You should execute a policy. Okay, there will be set execution policy. So you should set this policy, then only the script will run. Okay. PowerShell. See, in this only, if I have a new tab. Not it.
తీసిస్తావా నేను రెడీ అవుతావా
బొట్టు పెట్టుకో.
లోపల ఒక షార్ట్ వేసేసుకుందా
అరే బొట్టు పెట్టుకో.
చిన్నపిల్లనే కదా బొట్టలో పొట్టు నా దగ్గర పెద్ద పెద్ద ఉన్నాయి చిన్నవి లేవు అమ్మా.
ఇంకా నేను కాల్లో ఉన్న ఒక 2 నిమిషాలు ఆగి అయిపోయినాను.
బొట్టులు లేవు కనపడ.
So when you type here set execution, that will automatically come set execution policy, and you should give a space. Okay, space, and then click the tab button, then you will get the options. Mostly when you are running a script for the first time, then that script won't run, and because the execution policy is set to something. Okay, that is a restricted execution policy. If I am getting here get execution policy, I am checking what execution policy is set in my machine. In my machine it is set as remotely signed. Okay, in other machines when I am running this, then it can be like restricted. Restricted. See, after the registry is denied. Okay, maybe I am not an administrator here. Usually what happens is that when you check the execution policy, it will be set to here you are seeing remote signed, right? but there will be set to some restricted. Okay, you will see restricted in case of remotely signed. In that case, the PowerShell scripts won't run. Okay, in that case, what you should write is, you should start your script writing by like this: set execution policy to remotely sign. This is the only line you should include in your script. Just take this and include at the top of your scripts. This is your script. Then what you have to do, you have to keep it at the very top of your script and save it. Okay, then your script will run as required only. Okay, so this is one kind of PowerShell script we are using. Mostly this type only we are using here. And for running exes, this is a script we are using for other application. Okay, this is an install application we are using for Ajujulu JDK application. This is okay. This is the version, current version we are using. We are asking it to set the directory to the command prompt, like whatever we are running on the command prompt, that should be considered as a directory. That is this one. And we are giving a log path as temp here. This script is not created by me. Okay, this script is a predefined script created by someone. And also log name, whatever log name we are setting the log name as app name, means this name. Okay, and the install script dot log means app name hyphen install script dot log is the log name, hyphen install script dot log is the log name here. This is the thing we are placing here. Okay, we are asking the log name to be app name, which is nothing but this, followed by hyphen install script and dot log. And also one more log for script log, that is to join the log path and the log name, means temp plus this file name. So there are two log files. One is the application name log file and one is the script log file which is using the variable temp. And also there is exit 0. Here also in uninstall, we are taking the product code. Okay, we are creating a variable for product code and we are creating a one log file name msi uninstall.log, and for the product code whichever you have taken of the application, run with /x, means we are telling the msi uninstall args. We are asking you to run with /x and the product code which it identifies, and then the /qn and /l*v for log creation for that MSI. Okay, for creating a log for an MSI, we can use /l*v and the path. Similarly here, for creating a log for this entry, we can use /l*v and the path of that log. Okay, the /l*v used to create a log for that application, and whenever you are running this particular command, the uninstallation will happen and also one log file will created in this path. And if the uninstallation fails or something happens, and if you want to check the log, even in the success case also, if you want to check the log, this log will be created under the path which you have given. You can go to the path manually and check whether the log file is having the information correctly or not. You can open this log file and check the entries just like we have checked earlier, right? Success, exit code, return code, like that. So in a log file, mostly we should identify codes like return code value, okay, and also exit code 0. You can see the values by failing only. If the return code value is 3, the application is failed. If the exit code value is other than 0, if it is 1, the application is failed. Okay, like that. You should consider using this code. You can also type blindly by words like code, value. Okay, then it will clearly give you the error code and also a message related to it. If you are not understanding also, instantly you should go to the browser and check for that error code. If earlier I got a one code, right, 1605, I have knowledge on it. If I don't have knowledge on it, then I should type something like that and see. Error unknown product means I am trying to uninstall something or install something, but that is a unknown project that is not already present on my system. So how can I uninstall? Okay, I am pushing an uninstall, but the user system doesn't have the required software also. So if the PowerShell is not present, how can I uninstall it? I cannot uninstall it. So that's why it is giving an error code 1605. And also you know the return codes. I'll tell that and close this. And also guys, I forgot to tell you, while creating a program, right, you should check this particular option. Make sure this is selected. Allow user to interact with the program. Okay, let's check whether whatever I created have this or not. Sometimes if it is not selected, right, the application won't reach the user machine. Your application is correct, you have done everything right, but this is not checked, means for some users then it won't reach the machine. So always keep in mind that allow users to interact with this program. This should be checked. Mostly when you deploy for user related things, they won't have required access. So you should check that one. Allow user to interact with the program under the environment. Okay, allow user to interact with the program. And also one last thing, application. Your application will give return codes, right? Exit codes, just like you got a code 0 in the script I showed you just now. Here I have showed you an exit code, right? Exit code 0. Okay. Similarly, that are called return codes. See, if the value of your application is 0, that means success. The application is success, but don't reboot. Success, but don't reboot. No reboot. If your application is returning 3010, the 3010 means restart. Your application requires a restart. Then go for a soft reboot. Okay. Soft reboot is like rebooting the system only. It's not like hard reboot means it comes under booting and all. Okay, but this doesn't include any other things. It only just restart the system. It won't touch any of your BIOS or anything. Okay, so 1707 is one more error. This is also means a success, and this doesn't require a reboot. And if by any chance you also want to add one code, see, your application is installing very much fine, working very much fine, but it is giving an error code. For in this case only, if it is giving an error code 1605, or if it is giving some unknown code sometimes, okay, assume this is code is 4400 something, the error code you are not aware of, but your application is behaving very much well, you know, and you are 100% sure. In that case, you can give that code here, whatever error code you are getting, you can give that error code here and keep the code as success and click OK and apply. After that, what happens is, even if your application installs on the customer or the client computer and they got an error message here like 400, then also the installation status will change to installed. It won't show any kind of error. Usually what happens, if it is not 0 or if it is not 3010, if it is not part of any of these codes, then obviously it will say the application is failed. Okay, but if you are setting this command like this, you can say the application is success only. This is not recommended, but as a packager we face challenges. So if you are sure that the application is working fine but some error code is disturbing us, then we can keep like this. Okay, not each and every error code. Okay, only few which are unknown but the application behavior is 100% success. Just you can set like this. So how the application reboots means based on the code. For 3010, it should reboot. If I want to suppress the reboot, The application needs reboot, but you don't want the system to be rebooted automatically, right? When you're deploying in a required mode, what will happen? The application will install, but the restart will also trigger. So you don't want to restart. So what you will do? You will just say success no reboot. You can also change the value. For 3010 you are saying consider this as success installed, but don't reboot. So what you have done? You have changed the soft reboot to normal success machine with no reboot. Means this way you can suppress the restart on a user machine. This is through SCCM. Okay, that's it guys. I am done. You have any queries? I have told you about the package model today. What we have gone through is a package model, and we don't use detection method here. So whatever possibilities are there for the application without any detection method, then we can use it. Mostly we'll prefer to use for uninstallation, single uninstallations or bulk uninstallations. Okay, some commands which can only run. Okay, so you just want to copy a file and you don't want to check whether it is copied or not. In that case also like that, your own cases, but the detection method won't come into picture. In that case you can use package model. Okay, no physical files. I told you when to distribute and when not to distribute the package. And then for package model you should choose the exec manager.log. You should check this log. This will contain the information. I also told you about the package IDs. Okay, you can search with package ID or collection ID. These are all IDs related to that application only. Collection means whatever deployment you have created, right? That one. Collection ID, deployment ID. Deployment and collection, you understand, right? This is a deployment. For example, this is a deployment. Deployment type, deployment. Deployments, this is your collection. Collections, okay, these are the collections you have created. This is your collections, collection ID, deployment, deployment ID. When you are deploying this particular deployment to particular machine, you will have the deployment ID or collection ID or assignment ID. Okay. In application, usually we call it as an assignment ID and a collection ID. When comes to the package, it will show you the deployment ID also. Collection ID, deployment ID. So you just remember that these are some IDs you need to that will be used to search. Whenever you have an ID, you can just copy that ID and search in the log for that information. Okay, you have a log, so you can search in that log. Okay, this is the log and we can search with IDs, package ID, GUI ID, like that. Okay guys, that's all for today. Okay, just go through the video. Shall we wind off? Okay then, bye guys. See you in the next class.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.